at this point, it's like everybody's traveling everywhere thinking
For real?
we're on missions, like we're crossing each other in planes. We're gonna preach over here, we're gonna preach over
We got
there.
the people from China coming over here like we're gonna preach.
We gotta preach the word over
We're
there.
like, that's funny. I'm
And we're
going to your
to-
country
oh, okay.
to preach the gospel.
We're sharing each other's addresses. Go here. All right, that's my aunt.
Cool. Oh,
Like it's just
each person is going to their own house. It's like, I'm going to your house. Preach the gospel. It's like, that's crazy. I'm going to yours.
I'm going right to your house, your address. Oh, that's funny. I'm going straight to your personal address. Let me just break it down for people that are watching and listening.
Like, that's
So you
crazy.
guys
Look.
can understand what this really means.
Is your wife Catherine?
Oh my goodness.
I'm going over there to preach the gospel to your family.
Wow. Your family. Already believers.
Crazy.
No, but okay. You hear what I'm saying.
Facts.
The gospel's getting out there.
The United States needs the gospel just as much as any other country. I'm
Facts.
saying.
Every day.
Every day.
That's what I'm saying. Even knowing it.
Most of the time when you
Even
think of
knowing
the
it.
word evangelist or you think of the
Dude,
word
it's so hard.
missionary, you automatically be like, oh, they must be traveling the world. And it's like, dude, you could be a missionary here too.
Facts. You just find the calling. find what you're drawn. Sometimes we can be stubborn, you know, and we want to go, like, we really want to go this direction.
Or I think sometimes they just want to make it sound spectacular. Like it's too humble. Like,
No, I'm saying like to your specific calling, like you might want to do something completely different and be like Jonah and run from that. Like, nah, I ain't doing that. I don't like that. I'm gonna go do this.
oh, I
And
see what you're saying.
and God is like, you ain't doing that. Like you
I see what you're
could
saying.
you could do that as long as you want. You could go kicking and punching and do whatever you want.
Real.
You're gonna do the call that I put in your life.
Yeah. Real talk. There was a one point in time in my life where I thought I was going to be living in Cali for the rest of my life. For real.
The more stubborn you are,
In
the
my
more
mind, I was
the more
like-
chiseled you get.
And
the
God
more,
was like-
the more difficult it is.
Get back.
But sometimes you know what? It's all building character. You know what I mean? Trials and tribulations, all that stuff is to build character. Is to sharpen you for your calling, your purpose that God has designed for you in your life. And if you're a believer, I mean, you're gonna keep getting right back up and keep marching forward. No matter what,
For real.
you're gonna keep getting back up, no matter how difficult it is. And that's, you know, praise God for that, bro.
Yo, and anybody out there struggling with that, because that's something that I think we all struggle at some point where we kind of question ourselves and our faith and whether we're believers or not. And if you're fighting constantly and you're like, you know, humbling yourself and you're repenting, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is fruit of salvation, because an actual Christian, that's the behavior of a Christian. A person who's not a believer, not saved at all, will sin, continue to sin, love the sin, look for the sin.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
facts.
saying? Relish in the sin.
Facts.
And not think anything of, you know, I'm breaking a cardinal rule or I'm sinning or those are far from their thoughts. Completely away. But the fact that you're in pain of it and you know that you're wrong and you're seeking to change it, you know, that's fruit in it of itself. The fact that you're questioning yourself.
And it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
And you know what? To be honest with you, it could be so much worse. like you know what I mean? Like, if we look at where we're at, honestly, and yes, there are challenges, so I'm not trying to downplay it at all or anybody's difficulty or anything like that. But there are places that are legit, like there's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, there's no support. There's nothing available. There's no one you can reach out to, and you think of people who starve. You know, families that are starving and whatnot, and it gets real serious and real deep, real fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you think of that, that's a reality. That's just a fact. Like, I'm not trying to make it a serious thing right now. You know, we bug out and everything, but it's a fact. It's a reality. So
it is.
we
And
just need to keep that in mind.
Even like anyone listening right now, even within your circle, there is someone who is suffering. In your circle right now, there is a person that is suffering. It could be minor, it could be major, it could be in between, but there's people suffering all around you. And I think it's our duty as Christians to make sure that we're aware of that, especially within our circle. You know, you're not Superman or Superwoman where you're going to know every single trials and tribulations and struggles, but we shouldn't get so caught up in our own bubbles that we don't know what's going on within our crew, our circle.
And also, I think we should also take responsibility. Speaking of ourselves as well, like, you know what I mean? Like, just take responsibility of our own inner communities. Yeah. So as you learn and as you develop and as we learn and as we develop, it's all about speaking those facts out there and making it accessible to people and helping each other out by communicating those things. Yeah. You know,
a lot of people will be like, "Oh, how you doing?" And they automatically say, "I'm fine." I would challenge you that when somebody asks you that, literally give them one thing that you want them to pray for.
This is like becoming like the coach. Is this like the coaching podcast? It's like,
no, I'm just saying.
I think it would be like life coach. That's the name of the episode.
You know why I'm saying this, bro?
Life coach.
You know why I'm saying this is because it brings out the realness in your relationships. Because if every single time I come to you and I'm like, "Yo, Marrio, how you doing?" And you're like, "I'm cool, man. I'm chilling."
The life coach.
How am I supposed to pray for you? How am I supposed to, like, you know, come alongside you? How am I supposed to, like, be my brother's keeper, like the Bible tells us, if every single time we're telling each other that we're good, we're coasting, we're chilling?
Man, just take a look at the culture around us. Ain't nobody good chilling. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody good.
Take a look around, man. Everybody's struggling, bro. And it's not paradise. We ain't in paradise. Like,
and it's never gonna change.
We understand it's fallen. We understand it's corrupt. We understand, like, there's corruption. There's always gonna be who I understand, like, being joyful. Like, I get that. The ultimate joy, knowing that everything's just, you know, temporary, and what awaits can't be stolen, can't be destroyed, you know, is forever eternal. Like, knowing that truth, it's like, it's all good. But even while you're here in the current moment, you struggle with some things, and while we're here, there's gonna be struggle. That's just real. While we're here, we can't be like, "Yo, we're living in paradise now." I understand being strong in our faith. I'm just saying, like, I don't think that's to you know, we're to respond that way by living our best life now. This is heaven. Yeah. I think, you know, having joy and letting nothing rob you of your joy is just a healthy understanding of what awaits, and that this is temporary.
We was talking about this the other day. Remember when we was talking about how in the Bible the community put all their resources together so that way everyone was good.
Yeah.
So, like, that example, the reason why I'm bringing that
up. Is that capitalism, by the way?
Capitalism? No, because that means capitalism is like when one person.
But that's the church, though, so that don't function. So I'm trying to think of the arguments. Well, that's different. That's the church.
No,
we don't
because
run
this is what
capitalism.
I'm saying. The reason why I'm mentioning this.
Can you be a capitalist in a church?
Well, you can.
Can you?
You can. That's where you get the prosperous churches, the big mega churches.
Can you be a pastor and function as a capitalist in your own church? Is it good to monopolize?
That's the question.
Is it good to monopolize?
Yes, you can.
A religion?
Should you? Is a whole nother question.
Can you monopolize a religion?
But the reason why I'm bringing this is because why did that come up is because they were telling each other that they're struggling. That's the only way that came out. Nobody came up with the idea collectively and said, "Hey guys, we all should just sell our stuff.
I think
and put it all together and help each other."
I think I'm onto something.
What do you want?
So, how we are to take the relationships that we are supposed to have given to us through scripture is expected from believer to believer, but not expected in the way, I guess, like opening up, like treating each other as Christians. Like, that's what I'm saying. And then the world is expected to be a certain way. Like, what do we, you know how they say, like, what do you expect? It's expected to be against, you know, Antichrist, the spirit of Antichrist against all things Christian, including the way we conduct ourselves as far as, like, you know, we're not suing each other. You know what I mean? Like, we reconcile. You know what I mean? We leave our offering at the altar and we make sure we have peace with one another. You know what I mean? Like, so I guess, is it an expectation? I guess the struggle or the disconnect is the expectation of being treated biblically by the systems of the world. Is that what's confusing people? Like, when you talk about social injustice and stuff like that, is that the missing piece? Like,
I don't know what is causing.
I was trying to think, like, is it the expectation of you're supposed to be, this is the way it's supposed to be, but in the Bible it's giving us the formula for Christian within Christian community? and we're expecting that same kind of treatment from the worldly system? Is that the missing link here?
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
I'm just saying that.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
I feel like that there seems to be a disconnect in how a church should be a community.
What up, Cyrano? ¿Qué te pasa?
Oh, he always comes on late because of his time.
I know. My bad, bro. We'll hang a little bit for you, my dude.
I wish, man.
We'll hang a little bit for you, my dude.
Brothers, what up? Yeah, what up, Serrano? I'm not sure where the disconnect is, but it's hard for me to see, and it seems like maybe it's just because of funding. Maybe the mega churches are the only ones that are able to do this type of stuff because they have a lot more funds to work with. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the church example, that's super extreme. That literally everyone sold everything they had and put it into one thing and distributed it evenly so that everyone's good. Like, that's super extreme. I don't think anybody would do that nowadays. But there seems to be a disconnect because I don't know, man. There's a lot of hurting people out there. There's a lot of hurting people, and I feel like they should speak up more, so that way the community can become stronger. I wouldn't know anyone is struggling financially unless they told me, and it sucks because that's a tough thing to talk about. To tell, like, the church,
yeah,
hey guys, guess what? I can't pay my rent this month, so. Like, a lot of people feel weird about that. Like, you're asking for handouts or whatever, but who else is better to ask than, like, your church?
It's supposed to be that way, bro.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
It's supposed to be like, but then I guess they use the systems. You know what I mean? Like, hey, whose fault is it? You know, so you reap what you sow. Go handle that. Go check for loan forgiveness or something. You know what I mean? Like, you reap what you sow. That's the, you know.
That seems to be.
It seems like the system, we're so entangled within all these systems that it's almost like it's almost impossible to live in like it's not that it's impossible to live biblically. I'm just saying, like, there's certain things that we're just stuck with. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't want to say
like,
all churches are like
things
this.
that we're stuck with.
I don't want to say all churches, because there are certain churches that do help, financially for a lot of people, and I've heard a lot of stories from different people who've gotten even vehicles from their church.
Facts.
But you don't hear it a lot. You know what I mean? It's very far few in between where you hear these types of testimonies where people are being able to be helped. I don't know if it's maybe a financial crisis, that there's just too many people in debt. And
well, bro, I mean, if you think about the banking system, and not to try to go all crazy with it, but if you think about the banking system, and then they're charging interest and everybody's getting these loans, and then they're charging everybody this interest at some point, where's this interest coming from? Like, that's just obvious. Like if you think about how much money is actually being loaned out, calculate all that money being loaned out, and then calculate all the interest on top of that debt. Where is that coming from? Where's the interest coming from? At some point,
you mean like, where's it going? Because it's coming from our pockets.
No, I know, but I mean, I know it's coming from our pockets. But if you overcharge for this, and we're all, like, as a whole in debt, where's that interest that you expect to be paid? Where is that generating from? If everybody's in debt, all these businesses are in debt and owe interest on top of their debt. Is that like magically coming out? Like, what is that ever going to get paid? It's like it's always like it's illusion. It's like because you know what I'm saying?
The interest is what makes it more expensive. So that way you have to pay more times or more than what you're actually owed. That's the only way. And a lot of people don't even have that kind of money. So yes, it's a vicious cycle. A lot of people end up.
It's not even like it's not even like about a cycle. It's about it's a scam.
Yeah,
it's not a cycle. It's a scam. You cannot charge interest over all this debt with nothing to put on top of that. You got to find more gold. you got to go and like dig some more gold somewhere or find oil somewhere, dude. Like,
facts.
You need to, at that point, it's like you're paying out more than you're getting income. Sorry, I'm not a financial guru. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, it's like fake money has to be made somehow to compensate. I'm just saying, it's a reality. It is. I bet you if we crunch the numbers, we will be like, how is this happening? How is this happening? But it's happening. I mean,
It is.
It's happening.
If you do your research too on how credit bureaus work and the laws and how credit reports are reported, and there's a lot of stuff that they do that they get away with because it's unquestioned. A lot of stuff that will blow your mind, that you wouldn't even believe me. If you do a little bit of research and find out like how your credit report is affected, the things that affects your credit, it's insane. It's nuts. And that's the reason why a lot of people will stay in debt forever too, because it's a lack of understanding.
Yo, and I'm a hypocrite for this, but I'm gonna put it out there anyway because we're talking about it, and I know it's a good book, and I know it has great advice, and I need to read it. So I'm not saying it because I'm the master of it. I'm saying it because I need to dive back into it, and I have it, and I'm doing poor at with it. So it is the Dave Ramsey. What's it called? Dave Ramsey. Okay, I'm gonna find it.
Shoot,
I'm gonna find it because I'm not gonna leave it.
But
like
that's
that.
how dope we are with finances that we.
Dave Ramsey. Here we go. Where is it? Where's the book? Go ahead. You talk.
Yeah, I know another book that you guys can look into is Credit Secrets.
Here we go. Total Money Makeover.
Total Money Makeover.
Total Money Makeover. Dave Ramsey.
But that's a budgeting book, and it shows you also how to get out of debt. One of my favorite. It is my favorite quote from his book is "Live like no one else, so that later you can live like no one else."
I am just realizing and waking up right now to that, because I feel like God has been walking us through this whole journey. You know what I mean? And I feel like it kind of it started way in the past, but I feel like where it really shifted gears was Spiritually Dead Part 1, the video we just shared. I feel like that's where it switched gears on me. And then because I got introduced to film and I wanted to get really wanted to break into film, and I was encouraged by brothers to make investments and learn the camera gear and all that. And then I started doing that. Like, I feel like God throughout this journey has taught us gear, and, we're doing the live and all this stuff that we're doing. And, now we got the recording studio. I feel like the whole Death to Life Productions thing, the services and what it takes to produce this content visually and audibly, like, I feel like the Lord, we transitioned through that.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, finances, like get you know what I'm saying? Like if you follow the show, literally, if you follow the show all the way from the jump, you can watch the whole growth. We talk about all this stuff, networking, building relationships, the importance of those relationships, support CHH. Where's it at? What's going on? Like,
it's dead.
Literally, like, it's all growth throughout the whole thing. And it's dope, dude. It's dope. And for those of you rocking with us, man, I'm just sharing a real moment. You're hearing my voice right now, and that's what's up. Yo, real talk, man. I appreciate you guys for real. This is just a real moment. Like, this is not off the show. Like, this is just a real moment.
Unscripted.
Real talk, man. I know a lot of you that hit me up like after these shows and building with me and whatnot, and always asking what's the next move, what are you doing, yo, I appreciate you guys for real, and I'm hoping that we can get to a point where we can expand this. I do have visions and ideas and things that I want to do, and we're working on it. We're constantly working. Constantly, every day, dude, there's at least 3 phone calls, there's text messages, there's emails, there's it's been the busiest I've ever been in regards to ministry and like a production, like a partnerships, networking, building. It's been dope. It's been a dope journey, and I'm excited about what we got coming up ahead, and I'm excited about the new partnerships, new relationships. Anybody hearing want to reach out to us, music@marrioesco.com, 2 R's on my name, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. We're looking to unify, we're looking to build up, we're looking to cross promote, do whatever, like just build up, build awareness to everybody's brands together, man, and just build up a market, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you guys want to help us out, like Mario said in the beginning of the show, we got merch, you know what I mean, that you can rock. So it's not just you giving money, you getting a shirt that you can rock and, share the show. Those are ways that you can help us out.
Yeah, like I said, we got these shirts, more theological, what does it say? More theological rappers. On behalf of Grace and Glory, thank you so much. We got this shirt too as well. different colors and whatnot. I'll put it up on the website, D2L Productions, the number 2, D2LProductions.com. Check out the shop there. And if it's not there, just hit me up. If you really want it right now, just hit me up. Let me know, and we could work that out.
And if you do get the shirt, please send us a picture.
Word.
With you rocking the shirt. We would love to shout you out, and we'll share the picture on the show so everybody can see you with your new swag.
Dope.
Yeah. All
right, y'all. We passed that time.
We did.
And I think we rocked it, man, with no special guest, man. I think we just had a good convo. I wasn't
thing, man.
Some of these topics, like, I wasn't expecting to touch, but I'm sure I'm gonna listen back and start laughing and call you and be like, yo, Gil, that was dope.
Like always.
All right, y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. Till next week. We do have a special guest next week. We were supposed to have somebody today, but they couldn't make it. But yo, real talk, some of the people that we have coming on board with us, I'm really gassed about, really excited about. And we're always blessed with the guests, man. We're hoping to anyway, I'm gonna deep dive on visions and dreams. So I'm excited. Till next week, grace and peace. We love y'all.
We love
Take
y'all.
care.
Peace.
If you're listening on the podcast, be sure to check out my Facebook music page, Marrio Esco 1. Again, 2 R's in my name, the number 1 at the end, Marrio Esco 1. Be sure to like and follow that page because I like to give updates on who I'll be interviewing and leave a description on what we'll be talking about. And I also like the real-time one-on-one back and forth interaction. If you don't have the time to join us on Facebook Live, be sure to check out my podcast. It's called Marrio Esco Live, 2 R's in my name. Again, you'll see the white silhouette of myself with the cross underneath. Be sure to subscribe to that and follow the link as well to whatever podcast you're using or however you're receiving the podcast, and leave us a review. We love to hear feedback. You can also hit me up at music@marrioesco.com and just hit me up with some feedback and ways that we can improve the show or the things that you like and enjoy. Any type of feedback will be highly appreciated. Grace and peace.